Okay, we found the source of the problem. So take three, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me through this. Headphones are apparently the key to making sure that the sound is good. And I thought of this as I was running downstairs to get my charging cord for my laptop. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember sometimes we had to do these fancy headphones. I'm just glad I knew exactly where they were. So thank you guys. You guys are like my ride or dies that are sticking with me. So when you hop on, say hi in the comments. Let's try this one more time. I promise it'll be worth it. And I wanted to make sure the sound was good for you because, it's you deserve it. And I want to make sure that this is something where you guys can refer back to. Okay, yay! Hey, Susan, thanks for hopping back on. Okay, sounds great. Woohoo! Headphones for the win. Because I'm like, there is no fan on in this room. Okay, cool. So welcome. As I was saying before, I'm Bethany Crane. Hey Jen, I have been I am a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm a mom of four, a wife. I've been a fitness and mindset coach for the last 6 years. And with everything going on lately in the world, I wanted to make sure that women and moms especially know that we have to find a way to fill our cup first, to put ourselves first so that we can be better for our kids, but better for our family, better to show up and serve the world in ways that feel good, right? And I don't know about you. Let me know if you've been feeling this way. When this all hit our area, the pandemic and everything, it was like 0 to 60, massive changes. And hey, Nicole, for me especially, I felt like I was like, what in the world is happening? And I could feel my energy dip, my mood crash. And it was just that yucky, like uncomfortable. It was an uncomfortable feeling of how are we going to get through this? What am I going to do? I'm teaching from home. I'm homeschooling my kids. I'm running my business, all this other stuff, right? How in the world is am I going to get through this? Because you have to step up. Like there's no other option, right? I got 4 kids. There's no other option. I just can't let it crash and burn. That doesn't happen. My husband's still working. He has to be there. So it was a lot, but I knew that I had to go back to what I had known all along, what I lived and breathed, and really put it into play and put it into like, let's go. Okay. And so I used to think that I needed to have X, Y, and Z in order to have what I wanted, like to work in my life. So, for instance, if I wanted to lose the baby weight, I needed to have the perfect gym plan. I needed to have the perfect nutrition plan. I needed to have, or if I wanted to start, I don't know, I think of like crocheting. I want to start crocheting. Like I need to have X, Y, and Z. But what you really need for when you want to take a goal on is to have this unshakable mindset. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Cheryl. An unshakable mindset. The mindset piece is the foundation for everything. And the more I went through this as a health and fitness coach over the last 6 years, I realized that, you start something new, you're super excited, you're ready for it, let's rock this. And then something happens, and when your mindset's not there, when you don't have that knowing and trusting and belief in yourself, that foundation, it's just a super rocky, shaky house, right? So when the wind blows the wrong way, all that hard work is just going to go crashing and burning, right? Let me know if you feel that way. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Lisa. And it especially came out of the woodwork for me, not as bad because I've done the work and I'm here to share that with you tonight. But for other people, my other clients, the women I see on Facebook all the time, you guys posting all this stuff coming up, the mom guilt, the overwhelm, the stress, the frustration, all of this. And it took a while, and it still is taking a while to come out of that. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. And there are ways to begin to learn how to react to things. Hey, Jennifer, learn how to kind of go through things so that you can come out stronger on the other side, so that you're not stuck and you're not living in a day of just survival mode. Like, I don't know about you, but I am not a fan of living in survival mode. It is draining, it is stressful, and I want to go through my days where they flow. And when things get crazy, when my kids are acting crazy, I can flip it quick. I'm not stuck in that crazy, like, annoyed state where you feel like your brain is it has 1,000 tabs open, right? And not knowing which way is up or down. I mean, that happens some days, but when it does happen, I can flip it and get right back on track. Hey, Sarah. So I want to share the 6 pillars of this with you. But before I get into that, I want to give you guys I have a little giveaway. Okay. So, if you take a picture of this, a screenshot, I did do my makeup for you guys. So feel free to take as many screenshots as you like. Take a picture, screenshot, tag me on your social media, share this to your Facebook page or Instagram story. You're going to get an entry. I'm not really sure how many winners yet. Let me pick 4 or 5 winners to be chosen Friday night at 8:30. So you have 24 hours to share this. Take a picture, tag me on social media, however you want to share it. And you will be entered to win some fun prizes. Some of my morning kickstart prizes. I have lots of good stuff up my sleeve. So share, tag a friend, take a screenshot of this. Oh, thanks, Nicole. That's how great my makeup looked. I know my husband came home and goes, "What? Oh, well, you're all dolled up." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I had a masterclass to run for my ladies, of course." Thanks. So screenshot, share, and you will get an entry for some fun prizes. Okay. So back to the 6 pillars of having this unshakable mindset so you can start to live your day in joy, ease, and flow. And I picked those words intentionally because that is a mom of 4, how I want my days to go. And I'm going to be real with you. There are moments, sometimes more than others, that I'd like to admit, where my days are not living in joyful every moment, in ease and in flow. But having this mindset, having this unshakable mindset is so helpful, because when things get crazy, instead of me losing my mind first thing in the morning and having that carry through my rest of my day until my husband gets home and then I'm snapping at him and then everybody goes to bed crabby. No, okay, we have our moment. That happened. Now let's move on from that, right? And so these are the 6 things that are going to help you do that. And when I created these things, when I started writing these down, it was during this time. So I've taken stuff that I've learned over the last 6 years, but especially they're so specific to now, this time that we're living in, to make sure that we can come out and 6 months from now, we can look back on this time and be like, okay, yeah, that was rough. That was insane. But I'm really proud of myself for how I got through that. I'm really proud of myself for how I handled myself, how I handled my family, how I reacted to my kids, all of this. Because when we are rock solid as moms and women, as the heads of the households, right? When we are rock solid, that trickles down into our family. That ripple effect is huge. Let me know if you feel me on this. That ripple effect is massive. And I notice, especially when I'm calmer, when I'm not so quick to react, because I've done this work. And it's work. It's something you do every day. And this is what I teach you as a mindset coach, something you do every day. You're going to see the change in your family for the positive. You're going to see that you can explain things to them in different ways. And you're setting this example that is just going to be such an amazing, incredible ripple effect. Okay, so I'm so excited to share this. Let's get into it. All right, so like I talked about, you might be feeling stressed, overwhelmed, which leads to that awful, awful mom guilt. Oh man, anybody ever go to bed thinking why did I yell at my kids? Why was I so mean to them? I didn't mean to be mean to them today, but man, I wish I could just go wake them up and kiss them and say, I love you. I'm sorry. Has anyone ever been there before? That is the worst feeling in the world, right? I'm here to tell you, you should not feel guilty. Okay. We all have our moments, but I'm going to get into all this later. Okay. So when you get stuck in that negativity, it's that frustration comes out, not because of our kids. It's because of something that we're dealing with that we need to work through. So feeling that stress and overwhelm, ever feel like you're waking up behind the 8 ball already? You're waking up, your kids are waking up, everybody's awake at the same time. And it's just okay, here we go again, another day. It's Groundhog's Day, right? Especially now. Okay, if you feel like that, your brain has 1,000 computer tabs open at all times. Let me know if you feel like that or have felt like that. Feeling like you can't accomplish the things you set out to do. Maybe while you're home, you want to get these projects done, or you want to, relax with your kids or whatever it is, but you just can't seem to get in a routine. Or maybe you want to start a fitness routine. Nicole Brady says yes. Or you want to start a fitness routine or whatever, but you just can't get into it. Like you start and you stop, or you're ready, tomorrow's my day, and then you wake up and it's just like, forget it. You know you want to change. You don't want to stay stuck anymore. You don't want to be living in this space of feeling, right? Of feeling like I can't get it together, okay? You want to do better for yourself, for your kids, for your family, and feel like you can handle anything that's being thrown at you instead of just surviving through it, right? You want to be able to flip that yucky, frustrated, stuck feeling, okay? And you don't want to let it ruin your day. Let me know if this sounds like you right now, because that was me about 6 weeks ago when all of this started coming out. I was like, hold on, hold up. I need to flip this. Let's work on this. And now I'm sharing it with you. Okay. So having a disclaimer here, having this unshakable mindset does not mean that you're always happy. This is not that toxic positivity nonsense where it's like, oh, just be happy. Everything's fine. No, that's not how life works. Yes, I look for the positive in a lot of things, but I'm not going to sugarcoat and just push my feelings aside because I'm supposed to be happy. And we should just be thankful that it's not worse, which those things are great to put in perspective. But this unshakable mindset is knowing that you are going to be able to make things better. You're knowing and trusting that things can get better and they will get better. That is the unshakable mindset. It is not everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time. My kids are running around naked having a pillow fight and the baby just pooped his pants, but it's perfect. It's wonderful. I'm going to teach you how to get through this so that you can have this unshakable mindset and feel through the feelings. We talk about that in my private mindset coaching group. Feel into those feelings. See how they go. Like acknowledge that happened and then move on from it. Okay. And I teach you how to move on from that. Okay. Let's dive in. Number one, and moms are always like, girl, you're crazy when I tell them this. They're like, girl, you are crazy. I don't know what you're thinking about. Number one, you got to get up before your kids get up as best as you can. Now, I'm not talking if you have a newborn. I'm not talking if your kid was like Brett a few months ago where he would be up at all hours of the night and it was not predictable. But if you have kids that are, even if they're up, Tabitha, I'll message you about the pricing for sure. Even if your kids wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you got to get up before your kids. And I fought this for so long, you guys. My coach, Kelly Joseph, who I love and adore, she would be up getting her morning workouts on. I'm like, you are insane. You are insane. What are you doing? Like I would snooze for an hour if I could. It would drive my husband nuts because my phone would be going off. Okay. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to try it because I realized that the things I wanted to get done during the day were not getting done. I was not able to do the things I want to do because by the time I sat down at the end of the night and I was like, oh, I'll have time at the end of the night when they go to bed. It never happened. Spoiler alert, it never happened. So the mornings are key. And this is what, and again, if you have a newborn, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking if you have a somewhat of a regular like sleep-wake schedule with your family, okay? Mornings are key. There's some great books that I can recommend. The Miracle Morning is huge for that too. The 5-second Rule by Mel Robbins is amazing. So the mornings are where we set our day up. And this doesn't mean you have to get up an hour early. In the beginning, it's just really get up. Even if it's 15 minutes before your kids get up, do your morning routine, which I'll talk about. Even if it's just to have a quiet cup of coffee before the kids wake up, or I don't know, sit in silence, right? Silence with kids, silence, sit in silence. It is going to change your day because you're going to start the day feeling in control, feeling like you did something good for yourself. For me, it's exercise every morning. I get up, I do my exercise, I do my morning mindset shifting journal, and then I move on with my day. And the days I don't do it because I choose to sleep in, I feel the difference. I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball a little bit. And I'm not really a fan of that feeling because when you're used to it. So a few tips for that. First, it's going to be hard those first few days. It's going to stink. You're going to be like, why am I doing this? Okay. So what you're going to do is give yourself, hey, Marilyn, 3 days. 3 days of trying this new morning routine. Set your alarm. Hey, Alana, get up early. 15 minutes to start. If you want to get a workout in, figure out how long your workout takes. For me, it's a half an hour. So I'd say about 40 minutes and get moving. Okay, do what you want to do. So here are some ideas of what to do. If you need help waking up, there's lots of great tips online on how to do that. Keep your phone in the other room. I talk about it in my free community. I have a whole morning mindset makeover unit in there, free community. So if you want to check that out, I can tag you in it. But set your phone away, turn on the alarm, put it out of your room so you have to physically get up. Get up and move and get out of your bedroom. Some things to do in the morning. If you are a social media scroller first thing in the morning, it's a hard habit to break. I still fall into this. Don't. Because when the first thing in your mind when you wake up should not be everything happening on social media, unless you're in really positive, uplifting groups and you're checking in. Like my girls check in for their morning affirmation. So that is a positive social media thing, right? But if you're seeing the news, if you're seeing everything and it's bringing your mood down, that's not a great way to start your morning, right? Okay, so what you're going to do is figure out the night before, like, hey, maybe I want to make coffee. Maybe I just want to sit by the window and just reflect. Maybe I want to meditate. Maybe I want to work out, but get the morning set because that is where the magic happens. Okay. Start your day right. If you don't know what to do, wake up and write down 3 things you're grateful for. Write down, let it free flow. I was going to say free throw, but that's basketball. Free flow out. So I'm grateful for this and really feel into that. Feel into that gratitude. So I'm thankful for, my family. Well, why? Because this X, Y, and Z. I'm thankful for really, really get deep into that and maybe just start with that. Okay. And when you feel into that, you're going to think about it. You're going to it's going to start to change your mindset. And when you start to focus on the positive things in your life, the things you're grateful for, even when things seem to be falling apart around you, right? Your brain is going to start to look for those things in your everyday. And you're going to start to see, okay, wow, a new perspective. Okay, I can get through this because I have this new perspective. Okay, there's some apps to help you with that. You can, there's a free app called the 5-Minute Journal, which is helpful. Sarah says, yes, gratitude helps so much. Set intentions for the day. Totally. That's what I do. So I do my gratitude. I set my intentions for the day, how I want to feel in my day. I read an affirmation. I create some for the ladies in my mindset coaching groups, which are so helpful. Whatever it is, maybe you have a book you want to read. Maybe you want to pick up that hobby like crocheting or knitting or whatever. Or you have something you've been meaning to, I don't know, start something. Whatever your goal is, this is a great time to start that. But no, it's a habit. Habits take 21 days to make. So it's going to take time to get there. But try it for 3 days. Get up before your kids and let me know how it goes. I would love to hear your feedback because when I don't feel like getting up, like this morning especially, I was like, oh, I could just totally sleep in a little bit while longer. And then I thought, how am I going to feel if I sleep in and wake up with my kids versus how am I going to feel if I start my day on my terms, on how I want to feel? And then that's what got me out of bed because I wanted to feel like I could get my stuff done so I don't feel like I'm behind the 8 ball anymore, right? Again, I thought I could never do that. And look at, this has been a solid 4.5 years of getting up early. And the only time I really didn't was when my kids were newborns because their sleep schedules were so wacky, right? Okay, so morning mindsets are so powerful. There's a lot of science behind it too on how mornings are so powerful. Again, The Miracle Morning is a great book. The 5-Second Rule. I also have I ran a free challenge a few months ago on that in my free community, Becoming Unshakeable. You could totally join that and I can tag you on that too. Okay, number 2, social media. Love it or hate it. Okay. I love it obviously because of the connection. This right here is why I love social media. Even when I had tech issues in the beginning of this video, right? This is why I love social media. We can connect. We can have that community, especially during this where we have to be socially distant, right? But it is also a place where people can share whatever opinion they want. Free speech, right? They can, sometimes them venting helps them and that's on them. That's okay. That's not for you. That's not your burden to carry. Okay, so when we get stuck in that social media scroll, it disconnects us from what's happening around us, right? So I notice that when I have my phone and my kids are up and moving around and I'm scrolling, my mood with them is so short because I'm stuck. I can't focus on both. And I'm getting frustrated because I'm seeing stuff that kind of annoys me or triggers me because it's my thing. That's not on them. That's me. That's me getting annoyed or whatever. And then the kids are crazy, and then it's just like, right? Okay, so I did a live on this a little while ago. I can tag you in it, but I want to revisit it because we have control over what we see on social media. We have control. There are 3 buttons that you are more than welcome to use. Hopefully not on me tonight, though. I'd be very sad. But you can unfollow, snooze, or unfriend. We have to protect our energy. We have to be mindful of what we're consuming on the internet and what we want to see. So when you're on social media sites, be aware of that. Like, I've had to delete Twitter for a while because I can't. It's a lot of negativity on there, and it brings me down, right? So remember, you have the control. And there's a way, if you don't want to unfollow, block, or unfriend people to do it that way, there's a way to flip it the other way. Social media works on algorithms, okay? And I've been using social media for my business for the last 6 years, so I see this all the time, okay? When you like, comment, share, tag, interact like you guys are doing now, giving hearts, whatever, on somebody's post that you like, that's lifting you up, hey Dawn, that you want to see more of, Facebook and Instagram are like, oh man, they really want to see more of Bethany's stuff because they keep commenting and interacting with it, so I'm going to send more stuff from her to them first. And I see it all the time. Sometimes I forget I'm friends with people on social media because I've stopped interacting because we just don't connect anymore or whatever, right? And then I see stuff pop up randomly. I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. And I look at their feed. I'm like, oh, well, that's probably why, because I was trying to protect my energy kind of thing. Yeah, use the snooze feature, and glad you did. Snooze makes it so they don't know you've unfriended them, but they'll come back on in 30 days or something like that, okay? But know that you have the control. And most importantly, like I said before, when we feel triggered by something that we see or read or watch on social media, it's easy to put the blame on that person. Like, oh my gosh, they're ridiculous. And you know that spiral that we all get into, right? So remember, give yourself some grace, forgive yourself for going there, and then take control of the situation and move on. I've had to almost pull myself, delete what I was just about to send, because I'm like, is this worth getting in a Facebook conversation about right now? Nope. It's not. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my time. I'm not mad at the person for posting that. It is what it is. That's what they're going to do. I cannot control what they post. And I can guarantee that me commenting on something with my opinion is not going to help any matters. And then what happens in my notifications, my newsfeed? I get bombarded with the replies of everybody on that post. And I don't want that energy in my life right now. I don't have the capacity for negative energy. So I'm going to walk away from that. I'm going to walk away from that post. It is, hey, Melissa, it is so empowering. Hey, Christina, to walk away. Okay, so be intentional. And Halana said that before. Be intentional with your social media time. If you're stuck in it, set a timer, get in, get out. If you have specific groups you love to check into, pin them. You can pin groups to your social media so you're not getting pulled down. And so you can go through and with your mindset, now you know, hey, I'm in here for a purpose. My purpose is to feel inspired, to connect with friends and family, to laugh, to whatever. So I'm going to check in with these people. I'm going to make sure I interact with the people that I love seeing their stuff from. I'm going to share their stuff. I'm going to comment. So Facebook and Instagram keeps putting their stuff in front of me. And that's exactly how it works. Try it out. If you ever see those posts, people post hey, I'm doing an experiment. If Facebook says you don't, I have so many friends I haven't seen. It's true. It only pushes content out to people who interact with it the most. So keep that in mind. So to have that unshakable mindset, we need to be aware of what we're consuming, bless and release things that aren't serving us, okay, that's bringing our energy down. Be hyper aware of your energy on social media when you're on your phone. Because again, that trickles, hey Kayla, that trickles into your family life. It trickles everywhere. When you're feeling frustrated and stressed because of stuff you saw on Facebook or Instagram, it's gonna trickle in. I notice it with me, and it's a habit I have to break. Hey, Amanda, and I know it's gonna take time, but being aware of how it affects my energy helps so much, because now I know okay, I'm checking in with my ladies who lift me up, with the pages that lift me up. I'm gonna interact with them to make sure it keeps showing me their stuff. And then it also tells them hey, I like your stuff. Keep putting out this content, right? That always feels good, because we want to know that we're doing a good thing. So, so be intentional with your social media time and be aware that you have the control to protect your energy, and you have the right to protect your energy. And, before, like I was saying today, before I got into a comment war, I was like, not worth it. I'm backing away. It's all good, right? It's all good. Okay. Number 3, this is what I do every morning, is affirmations and how to best put them to use. How many of you guys have heard of affirmations before? Like, I am strong, or I am, let me know if you've heard of those before. So, affirmations. There are so many out there. If you go to Pinterest and search affirmations or Google image search, you're going to come across thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, right? Okay. There are so many out there. I've started to create my own for my mindset coaching clients because I wanted them specific. And I'm going to be bundling some stuff for you guys too. So, that's coming down the line later on this month. But anyway, there's a few apps that are really great. Affirm It is an app, AFFIRM. Affirm It is a free app, and then you have to pay for it later. But it has, Dawn says every morning she does affirmations. It has amazing, use them with that. Oh yeah, so Nicole as a teacher used them with that class last year. That's awesome. Yeah, affirmations for students, totally. Yay, Susan said she loves our group. She's in our mindset coaching group. So Affirm It is a paid app after like a month or something, I forget, but it has really great specific affirmations. What I recommend is starting a Pinterest board. I love Pinterest. And pinning some of these affirmations to your Pinterest board. Save some you find on the internet to an album in your phone, somewhere where you can see them. Write your own. I am, capable. I am determined. I am deserving. Whatever it is, whatever resonates with you. And write them down and look at them every day. Pick one to look at. And so the most important part of this though, is not just reading it. You need to really feel into it, just like the gratitude. You have to feel into it and start to look for it where it can pop up in your day. Okay, so how, when you read I am strong, where do you see that in your life? How are you going to use that today in your life? Okay, and it's interesting because you're going to start to get signs. Like, you're going to be searching and you're going to be like, oh, that one really speaks to me. And it's kind of like, it's needed at this time. So the universe, God, spirit, source puts it in front of you. Hey, Christina. The bar cards from Bar Blend have amazing affirmations. That Bar Blend workout is awesome because every workout she starts with an affirmation, talks about it the entire time. So good. So helpful. Okay. And see how you can apply it to your life. Envision what it looks like for you. Okay. So how are you going to see it? How are you going to embody that throughout the day? And then go back to it. So what I do is when the kids get crazy, because with 4 kids, life's going to get crazy. And every day there's moments where I have to say to myself, okay, okay, here we go. And I go back to my affirmation too, and my journaling in the morning. Who did I want to show up as today? How do I want to feel today? How can I change that right now? Okay, so affirmations are huge. And I've put those off for a while. I also have ladies that will put them on Post-its on their mirrors or write them on their mirror in Expo marker on their mirror. That's really helpful too. If you have one that is I need to remind myself of this every single day, write it on a Post-it note and put it somewhere where you're going to see it. Make it the background of your phone. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it, because it's going to help train your brain again to look for these things, to look for, oh, okay, this is where I can apply this. Yeah, you're right. I am strong. I am capable, whatever that affirmation may be. Okay. Number 4 is so huge. And they're all huge, but I really love this one a lot. Did you get to celebrate? Okay, so celebrate the small wins. I talk about this in fitness all the time. Celebrate those non-scale victories. My pants fit better. I have more energy, whatever. Celebrate those small wins with your mindset. Hey, I didn't lose my ever-loving you-know-what on my kids today when they made a huge mess in the bathroom, whatever it is. I didn't lose it. I stayed really calm. That's huge for me. I'm going to celebrate that. Maybe you do a little dance. Maybe you do a fun boomerang. Maybe you just say yes, whatever. So celebrate that. Write it down. Journal it out. Hey, Heather, celebrate those small wins, because again, the more you celebrate and you recognize yourself for making these small shifts every day, that's going to lead to huge results. This is that compound effect. So you're starting to create a habit. And 2, remembering what this feels like in your body. Okay, because your body remembers when things feel good. And if you celebrate yourself for not losing your you know what on your kids' day because they were crazy, your body's going to remember how good that felt, and you're going to want to keep doing that. That's what was me with exercising this morning and getting up out of bed. I know what it feels like when I get it done and it feels good, and I'm going to get up and do it even if I don't feel like it. Okay, so do the same things. Hey, Christy, with celebrating those small wins, okay? If you ever feel like you're not doing enough, okay, I know, like, I see this all the time, like, especially now, and let me know if you've seen these memes or whatever, like, oh, I thought I was going to be what I thought I was going to be doing during quarantine. It's like all these home projects. And what I'm really doing is like laying on the couch. That's okay. That's okay. We are in like such crazy times. That's totally okay. This isn't a vacation, right? So celebrate those small wins, okay? Because you are doing enough. Look for that evidence. You're doing enough. You got up and got dressed. You maybe started your affirmations. You're watching this masterclass right now. That's a huge win. That's a huge win. You could be binge watching Love is Blind or Tiger King, right? But you're watching me with my makeup. So appreciate that it's working, because I spent 10 minutes on this face, people. But anyway, celebrate that. Celebrate yourself. So I'm going to see some hearts in the comments for celebrating yourself for watching this. Okay. Let go of the expectations and the pressure. This is how your day is going to go. And when you start to let go of the expectations, when you start to let go of, okay, I don't have to be super productive right now. I'm going to live my day and flow in what feels good, and I'm going to be okay with that. And I'm going to celebrate that I'm not losing my mind. I'm staying calm. I'm feeling centered as best as I can, because we're all doing the best we can. I do love is Blind and Tiger King, but you're great too. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it. You guys turned me on to Tiger King. Hey, Liz. So celebrate those small things and look for the evidence. Look for that evidence. Hey, Nicole. Okay. So, when you feel at the end of the day, like, man, what happened today? That was a blur. Did I even do it? Did I brush my teeth today? Yeah, I brushed my teeth. Woohoo! Small win, right? But for real, when you, at the end of the day, sit down and look for the evidence. And maybe it's another great time to take your journal out and be, Nicole says, the fact you only spent 10 minutes on your makeup, I need that masterclass next. Yes. You're like, makeup masterclass. I have 4 kids screaming. So like, okay, quick, put it on. I lost my train of thought because I was really excited that my makeup looked good. But, look for the evidence. So when you sit down at the end of the day and you are thinking like, what happened? Go back to your journal and write down like, hey, I did this, this, and this. I'm really proud of myself for that. And be proud of yourself for that. Stop with the comparison game. And I have this in my notes coming up soon. I think it's next, but I'm going to talk about it now. That comparison game is killer. Hey, Kim, that comparison game it's a thief of joy. I've seen that quote so many times, and it's so true. Do not compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 20. Don't compare your quarantine experience to somebody else's, because we all deal with things differently. The thing we need to focus on for us is keeping this rock solid and protecting our energy and making sure we're looking for that evidence that we are doing what's best for us, what works for us, what feels good for us. Homeschooling, I thought I was going to be on a schedule, one of those Pinterest mom schedules. I even shared a schedule. I was like, I'm going to do this. And then I woke up the next day. I'm like, what am I thinking? I can't stick to a schedule. And you know what? I feel no guilt over that. And I am thinking to myself, you know what? I'm not judging anybody that's doing that. I'm proud. Like, you rock that. You got your homeschool schedule down. Rock on, girlfriend, because that works for your family, and that is huge. If you are barely making it through right now, rock on. That is huge that you're even attempting it. You're protecting what is best for you and your family. Don't compare. Don't compare, because all it does is it brings you down in that spiral. And where does that lead you? Frustrated, overwhelmed, crabby. And where does that ripple into? Your family. So all of this is connected, and it all starts with us. Kim says your makeup really does look spot on. It's scrolling. Yay! Thank you. True irony. Totally. It was a sign, Kim. You're supposed to be watching. You meant to. And my son is trying to call me from downstairs. I told him, I said, Dad is sleeping downstairs. Ask Dad if he needs something. He wants to know when bedtime is. Okay. So comparison game. Just you do you, and if it feels good for you, keep doing it. And support and send love and positive vibes to the people who are seemingly rocking it, and move on with your day, right? Hey, Janine. So number 5, ask yourself, when things get crazy, I love this phrase from my coach, Tatiana, who will I be in this moment? Who am I showing up to be in this moment? I was having a moment on Easter Sunday, and I think everything just, everything was just kind of like swirling. And I feel like I go through these moments so I can better help you. Hey, Stacy, honestly, I feel like I am growing through this, and I'm constantly like trying to find better ways to grow through this. And I'm going to share this with you. This is why I love bringing this to you. So I have to ask myself, who am I going to be in this moment? Am I going to let this mood, this touched out, overwhelmed feeling ruin my entire Easter Sunday? Or am I going to ask for what I need, which I was like, Evan, I'm going up to lay down. I need a half an hour, and relax and just take my mind off things, and then come back down, and the day was saved, right? So who am I going to be in this moment to flip that mood? And it might not be an instant flip, but this unshakable mindset is about being able to recognize what's going on with you right now, what you're feeling, right? We're not just, oh, everything's fine. No, what are you feeling right now? What do you need? Who are you going to show up then to be? Are you going to show up and say, I'm going to sulk down and be done for the day? Am I going to, have you ever felt like this? And I hate admitting this, but I'm going to admit it. Your kids get crazy. You're frustrated. Your husband comes home and he's done nothing wrong, but he is there and he's looking like, oh yeah, my day was good. And you're just like, so what do? You take it out on him, and then you bring him into the downward mood, and you're like, right? Has anybody ever done that? Like I'll admit it. I've been there, and I do it, and I'm not proud of it. But now that I can catch myself, and I was catching myself the past few days, I'm like, okay, who am I going to be when he walks through the door? Am I going to drag him into this nonsense that he has nothing to do with, and it's not his fault because it makes me feel better in some strange way to make sure that he's miserable because I'm miserable? This is almost 11 years of marriage, right? Or am I going to say to myself, who am I going to be in this moment? Okay, ask for what I need. Can you take the kids for 2 minutes so I can go to the bathroom alone, and then move on? Hey, Anderson. Okay. So flip that mood, and the mindset shifts will come more and more easily and seamlessly when you start to work on this. And again, this takes work, but it's worth it. It's worth it because you're going to see this ripple into your family. So maybe you have a dance party. Crank up the music. I posted a quote the other day, you can't hear the kids arguing when the music is loud, Nicole, all the time. Yes, all the time, right? So crank the music. Have a dance party. One of my clients in our mindset coaching group did this the other day, and she loved it, and it's totally switched her mood with her son. Okay? Self-care. Even if it's 5 minutes, go to the bathroom alone. I was in the bathroom yesterday, and I see Rhett's little hands, and he's pushing his toy cell phone underneath the door. I'm like, okay, you're super cute, but can I have 2 minutes, please? So, maybe you self-care, take a bath, go for a walk, listen to an uplifting podcast, re-listen to this masterclass with my amazing makeup, right? No, just kidding. Find something to do for self-care. Okay. And again, it could be just short. When I used to think of self-care, I used to think man, it's got to be a spa day. I don't have time for a spa day. My husband got me a spa day gift certificate for Mother's Day. This almost a year ago. And when did I use it? I used it in February because there's just never enough time, right? So little things, a hot shower for 2 extra minutes, shaving your legs, whatever it is, find that doing your makeup. So find that self-care to help you flip that mood. Okay. Find the fun. We talked about this the other day. Happens to us who said, yes, totally. Find the fun in your day. Look for that evidence. How can you make today fun? Even if it's you know what, I'm going to put my phone down at night instead of scrolling social media, and I'm going to play a card game with my kids. Or, my husband and I, we're going to put our phones down at the end of the night, and we are going to have a glass of wine together, or watch Tiger King and Love is Blind, right? Or whatever. So find the fun, and always be asking yourself, and it's going to stink sometimes. You're not going to want to ask yourself this because sometimes it's just easier just to stay in that mood and be claws are out, crazy, because it's just easier sometimes. Although the effect of that is not easy. That's way harder because then you get sucked into everything. Hey, Pooja. So ask yourself, who will I be in this moment? And it's going to stink. You're not going to want to, but I promise you, when you start to do that consistently, you're going to start to flip things. Okay. in my groups, my fitness, and then also my mindset coaching groups, we talk about setting a vision for your life. How do you want your life to go? How do you want your day to go? Even just a vision for your day in the morning. How do you want your day to go? Always go back to that. When you're in those moments, how do you want your day to go? Let's go back to that. Okay. And our last tip, thank you for sticking with me for so long. I hope this is helpful. Is this making sense? Are you guys liking the content? If you have any questions, post below as always. And don't forget the giveaway, sharing this on your story, click the share button to your page. We'll get you an entry to win some of my favorite like morning mindset boosters, some fun things, some happy mails. So I'll be giving away a few prizes with that. So just share and tag me. Make sure to tag me so I can see it too. Okay. And lastly, this is huge. This is so huge because I had fought this for a very long time and I always thought, nope, I don't need it. Getting support and the power in that support. Okay. If you were like me, this is what I used to do. I would go to the gym. If I'm going to use the fitness example because that's what's worked. That's what I know for so long, but hey, Jen says good stuff. Thank you. Good. I'm glad it helps. Go to the gym, walk around the machines, think I'm doing things, spend an hour, all that, find the latest diet on Pinterest, the internet, and do that, and just never get the long-term results, right? I would do good for a few weeks and fall right off. Never get those long-term results, okay? Because Evan wasn't really into it, not his thing, totally fine. I can't fault him for that, right? So it was on me. I never had the support. And it wasn't until I got into the support of having a coach and having a supportive community that things started to click. And when my days were starting to go downhill with what I was doing, they have tips to help. They can help me. I've got this. They're doing it. I want to do that too. Okay. You are the most like similar characteristic wise. You act the most like, and I always say this wrong. It sounds weird. You're the most like the 5 people you surround yourself with. So think about your core group of friends, the people you interact with the most, the 5 people you interact with. That's who you embody the most. So you are shaped so much by the 5 people in your circle. And throughout our lives, sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. Or, there's people that come in and out that aren't the best fit or, bring us down and things like that. Think about that. We talk about the social media. Okay, can you see that in your own life? And now the power of social media is having the ability to join Facebook groups and communities, to follow uplifting accounts on Instagram, to surround yourself with this virtual support system, this virtual support group of people that are doing the things you want to be doing. Surround yourself with people who you look at and be like, I want what she has, and I'm going to work to get there. So I'm going to surround myself in that circle. That's why I have my free community, Becoming Unshakeable. If you're not in there, just comment below, add me to your free community. I'll add you, no problem. Okay. Have you ever been in really negative groups on Facebook? I know a lot of the mom groups get a bad rap, and it's true because sometimes there's a lot of negativity there. It brings you down. How does that make you feel? Right? So again, if you're constantly in that negative, having this unshakable mindset is reaching out for support and surrounding yourself with people who are lifting you up, who are up-leveling you, who are doing the things you want to be doing, because that is going to cause you to rise and want to do better and also help you troubleshoot. So when things do get crazy, you have people there that are like, I've been through that. Give this a try. Or, oh, wow. Okay, they're all in that same, that like-minded community where it's safe. It's super supportive. It's comfortable, where you're going to be able to troubleshoot. Okay. When you want to make a change, this happens with fitness all the time, but even with mindset too, actually probably more so with mindset, and mindset is the foundation to everything. What happens when you want to make a change, but you have a spouse that doesn't want to do it? Like, oh, I really want to start working out. That's cool. Great. Okay. It starts with us. We have to take control of our lives and our mindset and move forward in a way that feels good and in a way that is in alignment with the vision for how we want our day to go. Hey, Maggie, in alignment with the vision for how we want our day to go. So if you want to live in joy and in ease and in flow in your day, right? But you are stuck in these negative groups, or you're not embodying any of these 6 pillars, it's going to be really hard to get there. So we have the power to choose how we want to interact and who we want to interact with. Okay. It has been a huge huge, huge, huge for me. Okay, that's again why I have my free community. If you're not in there and you want to be surrounded by like-minded women who are doing the things to be more confident, energetic, and strong and work on their mindset, that is there for you. And I can add you. Just comment below, add me to your free group. Okay, this is why I've also kind of pivoted my fitness business to include this mindset coaching, because I have realized that it is the foundation to everything. Everything, not just foundation to fitness, foundation to your family, to your work, to your everything. And using these 6 pillars I cannot wait to hear how you guys do with them, because it is so powerful. Okay. You're going to be embodying that person. You're going to feel in control. You're going to lose that overwhelm and trust that you can handle everything. Okay. Now the goal is to take these 6 pillars for you guys and work on making it a part of your day every day. Okay. Make it a part of your day every day. And again, it's going to take time. This is work, but it's worthwhile work, and you can do it. Like I do my journaling in the morning that kind of includes all of this in 10, 15 minutes, if 15 minutes. Sometimes if I'm even 10 minutes, I think max. If I'm really writing, if I'm like really getting in a flow with like my gratitude or how I want to feel in my day, then it may take longer. I'm just going to let it flow. I'm going to get it all out there. Hey, Amy, but 10 minutes to set your day up. And then throughout your day, you're remembering these things. Okay. You're remembering to, check in on yourself, your energy with social media. You're remembering your affirmation that you wrote down in the day. You're remembering to celebrate those small wins, right? Look for the evidence that you're doing the things that are in alignment, that are going the way that you want your day to go. That you're asking yourself, when things get crazy, who am I going to be in this moment? Find the fun, okay? And you're getting support, and you're reaching out to people. You're checking in on people's Facebooks and Instagrams that lift and light, light you up, that lift you up. Okay. And I want you to make this a habit, because I know it's what it's done for my life. I know it's what it's done for my other ladies in our group's life. And I want you to feel so strong in your mindset that you know that whatever is thrown in your way, you are going to be able to handle it. And even when things get crazy, and even when the kids are nuts or life is just throwing curveballs at you left and right, you know that you're going to get through it. And you know that you are not going to let it affect you or your family long term. You can feel into those feelings. You can do all the things you need to do. But deep down, you know this unshakable mindset that it's going to be good. I know and trust it. Things are going to work out because I have this. I'm going to keep working through it. And then the magic of this, you guys, the magic of having this foundation is that when you're ready to add on that fitness goal, no problem. Because when fitness gets hard, guess what you come back to? These 6 pillars. When you want to add on, hey, I want to apply for the new job, no problem. When you want to start to add on stuff that you've always been putting off, this is what's going to come into play. You're not going to compare yourself to other people who are doing the things you want to be doing. You're going to be celebrating yourself. Like, do you see how this is just a foundation for everything, right? Okay. I thought I needed all the stuff, all the how to, get 6-pack abs. I remember, I just remember Googling that like 7 years ago. Anyway, how to, whatever. Okay. But what I didn't realize was that the mindset was so important. And so I am super excited because the first round of this was insane, so good. And some of the ladies that were in it are on here tonight. Something so amazing to share with you and offer you. So I'm going to transition now to share with you this amazing Unshakable Mindset Incubator, month-long mindset coaching. Okay. Because you can put all these pillars into place, but that support is so huge. You are going to be in a container, community, private Facebook community of other women who are working on these pillars day in and day out in fun, finding the flow. Like the energy and the vibe in there, you guys, is so supportive and it's so uplifting. Like I check in there every morning at 5 a.m. I read the affirmation that's posted. I check in to see what the ladies have journaled. We share our journals if you feel comfortable doing that, but we can piggyback off of each other. I'm live in there 2 times a week sharing different workshops on busting the overwhelm, We're talk about how to get over the comparison game. Okay, and I want to offer you a spot to join our May round, our May group of the Unshakable Mindset Incubator. And I call it an incubator because you are going to be creating this mindset. So when you are ready to add on the next project, when you are ready to fitness or whatever, it's going to come like that. And this is going to carry you throughout your entire life. No matter what life throws in your way, you're going to be going through your day like, I can handle this. And it's okay if I don't get everything done. And it's okay if, we just have a PJ day, or it's okay that I rocked it and I'm not going to feel guilty about that. Yay, Susan said, love your videos and your posts in our group. She's in our group and I just love everything in there. So thank you for saying that. I am going to help you create this unshakable foundation so you can live your life that you've been wanting to live. You're not going to be in that overwhelm anymore. You're not going to be frustrated with your kids 24/7. Or when you do get to that point, you're going to have me as your support, the tools and the mindset work we do together in there to flip it so it doesn't ruin your entire night. So nobody goes to bed angry anymore and you're like, that mom guilt is going to be gone, because you're also going to learn how to forgive yourself and how to go through your day and navigate all of this because you're going to have this foundation. Like, how amazing would that be? Imagine living your life where it's like you wake up, you feel centered right away. You get to do something for you. You get to fill your cup first so then it can pour over into your kids. And when things get hard, it's not detrimental. It's not ruining your entire week. That is such an amazing feeling. It's such an empowering feeling. You're going to be so proud. Like, I feel so proud of where I'm at with juggling everything I have to juggle in my life right now, right? 4 kids, teaching online full-time, homeschooling my kids, household, husband still working, you name it, right? But I get all the time, how do you, you just seem to you just do it. You just make it work. How do you do it? And I used to say, you just, it's just something you have to. No, it's not something you have to. I mean, I have to take care of kids, right? But it's because of this mindset. And especially now, I remember saying to my husband, just a few weeks, I'm like, who decided to have 4 kids? Oh yeah, it was me. But because I have this mindset and because I know when you feel unshakable in your mindset, everything else begins to flow. And I want that feeling for you too. So the 30-day mindset, Unshakable Mindset Incubator kicks off May 1st. Okay, this is the missing piece. I used to think I didn't need a coach or support. I didn't. I thought, you know what? I can do it myself. I will pin all the affirmations. I'll journal in the morning. I used to do that all the time. I'll read all the books. Yeah, I would work for a few times or for maybe a week or two. And then after that, it was kind of like, I didn't do it anymore. I didn't journal anymore. And you know what? Honestly, I stopped journaling for a while. And 6 weeks ago, when all this stuff started to go down, I came back to it and I was like, why did I stop? Because I was in a funk for a solid 4 or 5 days where I was really just stuck in the scroll and stuck and not doing the things I just talked about. And I was like, you know what? This is powerful. This is so simple, but it's so powerful that I need to be there for other women who want to feel like this, who don't want to be stuck anymore, because I got out of it and I know you can too. And I'm bringing this to you to do that. So you can feel like you have control of your day and you can feel like you've got it. Your day's flowing. It's going to come naturally, and whatever gets thrown in your way, you're going to be able to handle it. I invested it in myself this year, and I don't like using the word I spent money on myself. I invested in myself and in my business to bring this to you because I wanted to level up my business. I want to help more people. I wanted to work on my mindset, so I needed a coach to help me get there. And when you invest in something, it's like, okay, there's skin in the game. This is real. Let's do this. I'm gonna work towards it. How many of you have ever done that? Like, you sign up for something free, totally forget about it, never do the thing that you signed up for. But then once you pay for something, you're like, oh, I better do that, or I better use that, right? It happens all the time. When you invest, it's like, okay, let's do this. You are showing up for yourself, and you're like, I this is important to me. I'm going to do this, right? You're going to see those incredible returns, and you're going to know and trust you're going to come out on top. And that's what I help you do in our Unshakable Mindset Incubator. So what's going to happen is we are going to work together. You're going to be working with another group of like-minded women who are on the same journey, okay, who are rising up and thriving in their day. They're busting out of that survival mode nonsense, okay? We're creating a vision for your life. We're going to flip through those tough times and fast. So when you are feeling down and out, we're going to flip it. Like I am in there. One of the ladies in there posted today about how she's having a hard time rising up out of the negativity again. In there right away, helping flip that. So you're going to have me like one-on-one in there, which is huge. Okay. You're going to see so many positive changes in just 1 month. And this is going to last you a lifetime because you're going to start to make this a habit. And you're going to notice that when you skip a day or you forget to journal or you don't check in, you're going to feel that difference. And it's not the best feeling because you start to lose that mindset. But when you're in that positive community and support and have me as your coach and have the other ladies in there and the tools that I give you to create this, again, it can be done in less than 10 minutes a day. You're going to start to get this mindset and it's going to feel so good. It's going to feel so good. Okay. I'm going to talk about how you add on those next goals then. How do you add on that fitness routine? How do you add on, that hobby? How do you tackle your to-do list? Okay. We're going to ditch the comparison game. You're going to learn how to live your life for you. You're going to learn what happens when things get messy, how to flip it, how to see when situations come up that are bringing you down, how to flip it and how to get past that in your life. Okay. Everything I talked about tonight, 10x, like maximum full force, like huge shifts and fast. And you're going to be out of that negativity faster than you can imagine and out of that overwhelm so quick, which is so fun for me to watch. And I love it because you don't have to feel the way you've been feeling. You don't have to be stuck in there, right? Okay. So we know the drill. Mom gets mad. The kids get crazier, right? Everybody goes to bed angry. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't have to live your life like that every day. This is, there's always going to be tough times. There's always going to be tough times. Something's always going to come up. If you're waiting for this to be over, for your life to be good again, you have to get the mindset right. You have to work on this foundation because even when this is over, something else is going to come up in your life. It happens, right? It happens. But having this mindset is going to be so huge for you because no matter what gets thrown in your way, you're going to know you're going to be able to handle it. And you're going to have these tools and the support in the community to handle it. Okay. Imagine living your day right now, actually kind of enjoying it and being grateful for the things in your life that you can be grateful for. Okay. Even if it might be really hard to dig down right now to find that, but seeing that instead of seeing the doom and gloom all the time, because there's a lot of that going on, right? But we don't have to live in that space. We can acknowledge it. We can feel through that, but we don't have to live in that space. And that's what I teach you and what we work on in the Unshakeable Mindset Incubator. Okay. It's not going to derail your entire day. So if this is sounding like something like, I need this in my life, let's do this. I have some amazing things for you. Okay. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get specific daily affirmations that I have created for this specific time. So it's not just random, like I am strong, I'm capable. They are specific affirmations that are detailed, that are really going to take you through your day. Okay. You're going to get incredible group support, my mindset coaching to make these shifts and make them stick. You're going to get my simple but powerful daily journaling technique. This is different than anything I've seen out there. I've kind of taken bits and pieces from a whole bunch of different journals and put together this one in a nice package that makes sense and is the most effective. Okay, you're going to get live workshops 2 times minimum a week, although I pop in there all the time, to work through anything that comes up for you. Any of the topics we talked about tonight, topics that continue to come up based on what's happening. Okay, you're going to get that support. We're going to talk about constant starting and stopping of goals. All of these things that deal with your mindset to create this solid foundation so you can build whatever you want to build from there. Okay, this is a community of like-minded women. So it's me as your coach to flip things ASAP and shift that mindset. And it all starts with our mindset. It's a foundation of everything. We start May 1st. April was so successful. I used to only run it I was only going to run it 3 weeks. And I was like, no, this needs to be a month long because it is so good. And I love being in there. And the women in there are getting incredible results and they're feeling so good and they're feeling in control of their day again. Okay. So there are 3 ways you can get started. Normally, 1 month of this Unshakeable Mindset Incubator would be $111 for 1 month of all of that amazingness to totally create this incredible foundation. But today through Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, you have an early bird special of $88. That's it. Like, that's insane. If I think about that, like, that's insane. But it's so good, and I want to help as many women as I can because it is so important for us to be for everybody else around us. And you guys, you're going to feel so good. I can't tell you how good this feels to work on this, okay? All right, there are some other amazing packages. If you're like, okay, Bethany, that sounds amazing with the mindset, but I also want the workouts. I want to add on that fitness right away, okay? Because I'm a fitness and mindset coach, right? So you can add on 3 months of at-home workouts, which are incredible, okay? And you can get that entire package for $127. So that early bird prices will always be valid for that one, all right? Or get the complete transformation package, which is 1 year, all access to the workouts, including the newest one. You've been watching my stories, boxing and strength, right? Okay. So fun, 30 to 40 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That new program, you're going to get complete nutrition plans. You're going to get my other private fitness specific group, fitness and nutrition group, which is just off the hook amazing. Those ladies in there, like, they are my ride or die. We've been together for almost 6 years. Love them. Okay. Hey, Amy, you're going to get my month-long Unshakeable Mindset Method incubator course that I just talked about. Okay. You're going to get a month of the best superfoods I've ever had in my entire life smoothie that busts my craving. It is not a weight loss thing. It is a health thing. Or you can do the pre-workout, which you see on my stories every day, and the post-workout, which you see sometimes on my stories when I remember to post it. Okay. You can get that, all of that complete transformation package for $248. That's a savings of $100. Normally it's $271. But the early bird price is $248, and that is live until Tuesday. So if you just want the mindset coaching, $88 for the entire month, that's it. And it's going to go up to $111 on Tuesday. If you want one of the packages, just reach out. I'm going to work with you with your goals specifically to figure out what works best for you. The first 5 people to sign up with any of those packages by Sunday at 8, the first 5 people are going to get 2 bonuses. One, you're going to get into our group right away. So you're basically getting an extra week and a half of this mindset coaching for free. So the first 5 people to sign up by Sunday night at 8 p.m. are going to get an extra week and a half of mindset coaching for free. Get in our group. You're going to create such an incredible foundation. And you're going to get some happy mail from me, some super happy mail. So you're going to get some of my favorite morning things as well, some samples of my pre-workout and some other fun stuff. So the first 5 people will get that bonus, but you have to sign up by Sunday. You're going to get the early bird pricing on any of the packages, and you're going to get some fun happy mail from me too. Okay. So don't forget, there's also going to be another giveaway. I'm thinking now I might give away some tuition too, to this mindset coaching course. I'm going to think about it, but I think I'm going to give away some tuition. So, some free tuition waiver on the mindset coaching course. So to enter that giveaway, again, like I said in the beginning, take a screenshot, share this video onto your Facebook page. Make sure you tag me in it, screenshot this, put it on your Instagram story or your Facebook story, tag me in it, and you will be entered to win some freebies and some tuition, a tuition discount on this mindset coaching course. Super excited about that. And I will be drawing that Friday tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. So that giveaway is 24 hours. Okay, so 24 hours to share, take a screenshot. I should smile. Screenshot. Take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram, Facebook story, wherever. Tag me, get entered to win a giveaway. A couple giveaways for that. And the first 5 people to sign up for this mindset coaching course, either just the course if you want, or if you want any of the packages with ads on the fitness aspect of it, the first 5 people are going to get a bonus week and a half, which is huge in that actual course. And you're going to get some freebies, some fun freebies in the mail. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. Thank you for spending your night with me. I think this is one of the longest lives I've ever done, but I hope it was helpful. I cannot wait to hear, hey, Heather, how you guys are implementing these 6 pillars, and I cannot wait to see your transformation, those mindset shifts you're going to make in our Unshakeable Mindset Incubator. The first 5 people, again, are going to get the early bird pricing. You sign up by Sunday. You're going to get into our group right away, so an extra week and a half. and some freebies in the mail too, of course, because I love sending happy mail. Sanitized and quarantine approved. I promise you I will wipe everything down, so don't worry about that, right? Thank you. If this was helpful, I'd love for you to share it, tag a friend, and again, that giveaway for the tuition waiver on the coaching and some other fun freebies. All you got to do by Friday at 8:30, share this video, tag me in it, share a picture to your Instagram story, you watching it, Facebook story, whatever, tag me. And I would love you for that. Thank you. And have a wonderful, wonderful night. We've got this. Bye, guys.